What's up, guys? I'm Remote Night Owl, and I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we're back with another Advanced League Tips, and we're going to be looking at Jarvan with his EQ knockup combo, an animation cancel, as well as stacking attack speed on his E passive. So without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So the first thing we're going to take a look at is animation canceling with Jarvan's EQ knockup combo and Tiamat. So, if you look at this example here, when Jarvan fires his EQ, he dashes towards his lance and does a knockup with an enemy he passes through. Now, when you look at his Q, it does have a wind-up time on it, so in order to perform this animation cancel and make his knockup even deadlier, when he dashes forward after the Q wind-up time resolves, you can fire Tiamat, and then as the enemy is being knocked up before Jarvan lands, the Tiamat will fire and add to the damage on top of the Q damage and the armor reduction. So looking at that example one more time, when he fires his EQ combo, E lands, Q goes forward, and right after the wind-up time ends, I buffer the Tiamat, so you see the animation go off as he's traveling. So that animation cancel once again allows you to add more damage and guarantee that the Tiamat is going to go off on the enemy champion you're going after. So the next league tip I want to point out with Jarvan is looking at the tooltip on his E. We're looking at how stacking the attack speed with his passive works. As he levels up his E, he obviously gets passive attack speed. However, when he drops his E and that passive grants additional attack speed to his allies, you can see here in the example as we flip-flop still images that he also gains that passive himself. Why is this important? Well, A, you may not have known it before, but B, also because he can give himself that extra attack speed. If your E is off cooldown, but your Q quite isn't off cooldown yet, it can give you a little bit of an edge in a 1v1 situation. Now for our final tip, we're looking at interesting knockup interactions with Jarvan's EQ. Now, I don't know, and I don't think I've ever found a situation where this is necessarily practical, but rather just a fluke situation that this came up. However, the more knowledge you have about a champion, the better, in my opinion. So just knowing how the knockup works and knowing that you can do this little trick, I think is important to know. So essentially, Jarvan's knockup follows his hitbox during his Q dash, not his lance hitbox. So what that means is that potentially, as you can see in these examples, he can Q forward and actually knock people up in front of his lance or to the side of it, rather than just going through them. Now again, I just want to let you guys know that this exists and this is a mechanic that works. Again, I haven't really been in a situation where I've found a practical use for it. Rather, when it has happened, it's just kind of turned into a fluke. But like I said, the more champion knowledge, the better. So in these examples, like I said, his hitbox is what depends on the knockup. So when he's at a shorter distance, he's more likely to knock somebody up in front of him than when he's at a longer distance dashing, because his hitbox is actually going to slide forward ahead of his E and clip through it. So, there you go. Well, guys, that's all I do have for you today. I know it was a bit of a fast one, but for all my Jarvan players out there and people who want to learn how to play Jarvan and pick him up, here's a few advanced tricks that you now know about him. And hey, if you get lucky, maybe you can knock somebody up in front of your EQ combo and make them rage quit. Well, guys, as always, thank you very much for watching, and we'll see each other again real soon. Have a wonderful day.